Good evening. This is SNN. The Sorcerer News Network is your not even remotely close to around the clock Disney Sorcerer's Arena news, reactions, reviews, theory crafting, and more source. I'm Sir Georges, your host, along with Celiac Sarah. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. I am excited about the quacks that have been entering this game.
The quacks.
Quacks. The
Love
Quack
it.
Pack of Donald and Daisy.
Oh, the Quack Pack.
They
I
need
like
to
that.
add the Quack Pack.
Yeah.
There was a show back in the early 2000s,
Okay.
only like one season, but it was a modern take on Donald's nephews called the Quack Pack. And to me at like 12 or 13, it was super cool.
Man. Was it on like a Disney Channel show?
Yes,
Did I know this show?
but they didn't market it well, and so I think it didn't take off. So yeah, one season, 39 episodes. I could only ever watch it find it on at midnight or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was ridiculous, but it was cool. Backwards caps, undershirt underneath a baseball shirt, tank tops. It was cool.
I like it. I like it. Another show to add to the list.
Yeah. Anyway, they need to add that to Disney Plus.
Yeah, good idea.
Anyways, on to our headlines. Today we have 3 headlines. Lots of new stuff coming to the game.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't actually said anything, but we are getting a raid.
Yeah.
Because they added under the sea Ariel characters from Little Mermaid that have raids mentioned in their kits.
Yeah.
But even though the devs haven't said anything about a raid, they released a trailer that looks like a raid's coming, but it never actually said this is a raid or anything.
It's totally coming.
Yeah. And
Better be.
And it looks like we'll be fighting a giant Ursula.
Man.
It'll be cool. But so in preparation for that, they've added Prince Eric and King Triton, who have raid synergies in their kits. A new, much longer event where the first book is for a week and then it's still going while the second book opens.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
I think I like it better than what they've been doing. But
Okay.
maybe they're tricking us into thinking it's a 3-week event when really they've just spaced out a single week event. I don't know. But it is of the classic Mickey characters that they're now calling the Sensational Six. I've never heard that term for them.
I've never heard it never heard that term for them.
Yeah, I think they made it up. But that's fine. That's fine. So we've got added to the game Daisy, Goofy, and Donald Duck while we're waiting Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto.
Yeah.
And then they did further reworks of some oceanic characters. Really trying to flesh out an oceanic team, which looks like that is going to be the main raid team they're pushing to be successful. Yeah. So let's talk about Triton Tower, a new tower event, kind of like Stitch's Tower. And do you want to go over King Triton's kit, Sarah?
Yeah, I actually haven't, shockingly, looked at it.
You haven't looked at it?
I know. I know he has something. This is why we know a raid is something.
I'm so shocked.
because I know he apparently talks about a raid in his kit. So his basic, he is as well, side note, he's a leader, which makes sense.
He's got a full kit.
Yeah.
5 abilities.
So his basic ability is called So Be It, which is pretty cool. Very, very fitting. So he just deals straight damage to the target opponent. If he's enraged, you increase your damage dealt by 30%. If you have Ariel on the team, she is going to assist. And then, and then if he's enraged, once you've got it fully maxed, which is like the gear tier 7, he will repeat the ability again.
He'll just do his whole basic a second.
Whole basic a second. So he's going to hit twice.
That's pretty basic. Good. That's pretty
so
good.
if you have Ariel on your team, then she's going to assist twice.
Yeah, I think she will.
That's pretty cool.
And Ariel, her basic has that thing where it'll hit everybody with flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It chains. I like it. I like Ariel. I think she is underutilized right now.
I think she hasn't had a good fit for a team yet.
She hasn't. You're right, but I still like her.
Yeah.
So
fair.
Okay, so his first special, Royal Rage, also deals just straight damage. Oh, okay. Deals straight damage to one random opponent 3 times. It will ignore taunt, so can be literally anybody.
Yeah.
If he's enraged, he's going to deal bonus damage to the primary target. Okay. So if somebody is taunting, then I'm assuming obviously that's going to be the person.
Right.
Lose reasonable, gain enraged. Okay, so this makes me think of Chunk. Not that I know anything about this yet, but that's the vibe I'm getting, where he like switches his faces.
Yeah.
That's my initial vibe right now.
Yeah, good point. I think it goes further than Chunk.
Okay. That was just like right away. I was like, he's flip flopping here.
Yeah. This will be an actual like change of status.
Okay. And then as you upgrade this, each random hit reduces the target's defense by 10%. Cool.
It seems like a damage dealer.
Yeah, damage goes up obviously as you upgrade some more. And then once you max it, gear tier 7, his enraged attack, so the one that's going to hit your targeted enemy, has 30% bonus crit power. So that's strong. Yeah. All right. Then he has another special, Prismatic Blessing. Cleanse 1 harmful effect from each teammate. So if he has if he's reasonable, all teammates will gain Triton's boon for a turn. Lose enraged, gain reasonable. So you're gonna flip-flop between the 2 specials, which both have 3 turn cooldowns.
Yeah.
All right.
You can have peaceful, reasonable king.
Yeah.
Angry, you ticked me off.
Which is completely on brand.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right?
It's cool. Yeah.
Okay, and then as you upgrade this, if you don't have any harmful effects, those teammates are going to gain 10% speed. And then once you get them to tier 7 and upgrade it, they'll actually gain 15% instead of 10.
So I think this is the first character that can cleanse 1 harmful effect from every ally.
Yeah.
And it's only a 3 magic cooldown. And he gives everybody Triton's boon.
Whatever that is.
That's the thing Ariel has a small chance to give a teammate.
Ooh.
It does.
Okay. Yeah.
It does something. I know it for sure. It will make whoever you hit get slow for 2 turns. And then it either increases your damage.
It does. I can't remember. I don't remember the last time I saw it on one of my characters.
So there's no reason we can't look at it. So
yeah.
Triton's boon is a plus 30% offense increase. That's pretty good. That's the whole team getting a plus 30% offense increase. 30% speed meter gained on application. So when you get it, you gain 30% turn meter?
But then he's also giving them turn meter, so you're gaining turn meter on top of that turn meter.
Yeah. And then when that character deals damage, they inflict slow for 2 turns. So that means it'll be very easy to get slow on all the enemies.
Yeah.
And an Ariel with Triton's Boon, using her basic, will reapply slow for 2 turns to everybody.
Yeah. All right. I like it. So his passive ability is a reasonable merman. So this one, if he is reasonable on the start of his turns, he will perform the following on the teammate that has the most harmful effects. So if there's a tie, he will prefer the teammate that is the most injured. Restore up to 10% of their max health, flip one harmful effect to the opposite helpful effect, and grant 10% speed meter. I can't read today. If they're not affected by any harmful effects once you upgrade this, he will grant an additional 20% speed meter. Sweet. And that'll go up to 25%. And then the maximum this is locked behind gear tier 8, actually.
Wow.
If Ariel is defeated, King Triton gains enraged and reasonable until the end of battle and cannot lose either effect.
Then he gets to benefit from both states. Yeah.
Yeah. So it won't matter which state he has. Whatever his ability does, he's doing it.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So you would want to take him out before Ariel.
Yeah.
And then his leader ability, King of Atlantica, his teammates gain 10% offense. In raids, the Little Mermaid teammates gain an additional 5% offense. Once you level it up, each time a teammate is healed in raids, they also gain 10% speed meter. You take it to max, which is also locked behind gear tier 8. He gives you an extra 5% bonus offense. So he's cool.
Yeah. So a damage dealer who also heals, flips debuffs.
Yeah. Boosts your team speed.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, and obviously is targeted for the raid.
Right.
That we don't know when it's coming.
Right. No idea what the raid is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Like what kind of gameplay it'll be, whether it is throw as many teams as you can versus a giant boss like Star Wars is, or if it'll be a multi-wave, multi-turn type game mode like Marvel Strike Force has.
I hope not.
I hope not as well. I like the way or Star Wars does the raids.
Yeah, I agree. I think if they do it that way, it will be I think it'll be the most pleasing to the player base.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we also got Prince Eric.
Yeah. So in addition to King Triton, giving us a third Little Mermaid character was Prince Eric. I didn't know what to expect because I don't really know if princes like Eric will be able to do much in the game.
I know. I agree with you. I was like, what does he do other than like...
Right. Kiss the girl. Yeah.
And row a boat.
Or slap. Actually, it's not that far off. His basic is harpoon hurl.
Yeah.
That's similar. Or slap, harpoon hurl. But I after playing with him for the Triton's Tower, I actually like him. I think they can just add characters like this Just add moves that they did in the movie. They don't have to be big, flashy, like magical spells.
No.
It works. I liked it.
I played with him a little bit in the tower, and I put him on like some random cleanup squad in Conquest.
Yeah.
Just to like have somebody there, and it was pretty good. He didn't wow me, but I also wasn't like, "Ew, you suck," you know?
Right. So his basic harpoon, hurl, deal damage, 75% chance to inflict continuous damage, and then if the target is Ursula, inflict an additional continuous.
Oh, I didn't even read that before.
Yeah.
So
Ursula is definitely going to be a boss.
Yeah.
His kit, much more than Triton, is heavily raid focused. So that's his basic double continuous damage, which is good. Special 1, swing into action. Deal twice as much damage as his basic. Gain taunt for 1 turn. In raids, gain crit immunity for 2 turns.
Oh boy.
And then if you fully upgrade it, all other Oceanic teammates gain 30% speed meter if he does a critical hit.
Oh. I wonder if you would want to give him a crit stone then.
Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, lots of unknowns. Because I still have no idea, like we just said, how the raid's going to be.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what team will want.
I'm just thinking that because if he's boosting speed and Triton's boosting speed,
right?
Do you need more speed?
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Just thinking out loud.
His second special, Maritime Melody, where he's got his dog and they dance while he plays like the recorder or flute or something.
Yeah.
Really cool. All teammates gain defense up for 1 turn, 2 turns in raids, and if Eric has taunt, increase the duration of taunt by 1. Otherwise, gain 50% speed meter.
Oh, jeez.
So this move, he is giving everyone defense up and helping him get closer to doing his taunt move again, which would also give everybody crit immunity in raids.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a survivability theme with Eric. Passive 1, don't worry, I'll help you. The first time a teammate falls below 30% health, perform the following. If Eric doesn't have taunt, he gains 10% speed meter, increased by 30% in raids. If Eric has taunt, the teammate who fell below 30% health gains undefeatable and 10% speed meter, increased by 30% in raids. And if teammate is Ariel, she gains undefeatable. So anytime an ally falls below 30% health, Ariel's going to gain undefeatable. And if Eric's taunting, like if there's a big AoE, that ally will get undefeatable before they can die.
Yeah.
And lots of turn meter gains in rate.
Yeah.
He has a second passive with the dog again, Max. This one has a 3 magic cooldown. On turn start, perform the following on a random opponent. Ignoring taunt and preferring opponents with stealth. Purge stealth. And if they didn't have stealth, inflict vulnerable. And then once you upgrade it, it will reduce the target's opponent's speed meter by 30%.
Oh, man.
So this one, which I noticed it happening when playing with him, when he takes his first turn, some enemy is going to get vulnerable, which is nice. Like guaranteed, no chance of it happening. Just every 3 turns, someone's going to get vulnerable. If there's somebody in stealth, it'll be dispelled. And once upgraded, it'll reduce turn meter. So he doesn't have to do anything. And Max is putting a vulnerable and reducing turn meter.
I like him.
I do too.
He's definitely more targeted to the raid, you're right.
Yeah. I think he'll have some use.
Mm-hmm.
And that might give us another clue. Because almost like maybe 2 characters in the entire game go into stealth right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that that's added in means maybe a character or side character is going to have stealth in the raids.
Right.
Maybe Ursula will retreat and hide, let other people take damage while she's healing or something like that. Who knows?
I can see her now we're speculating. I can see her summoning like her eels or something.
Yeah.
And then she like goes into stealth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That, and then they had an event where you had to fight your way through, try to earn a currency. It's gonna take many times for you to actually get far enough to unlock Triton.
Yes.
But one thing different from this and Stitch Tower, this one was better because within the same tower, you actually got rewarded for going further.
Mm-hmm.
Most of Stitch, like level 1 versus level 4,
was the same.
Same energy, same reward.
Yeah.
Unless you can make it through the whole tower, no real benefit for you.
Mm-hmm.
This one was different. And this one with the currency, you could start farming Triton right away.
Yeah.
Stitch, you have to wait until you get to Tower 3, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't buy it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. I did notice that actually, and I was like, is this a mistake? But it makes sense if they want you to have him
for the raids.
Yeah. For the raid.
Which means it should be coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think they improved on the Stitch Tower formula.
Mm-hmm.
I like the 2 new characters they added. While talking about Oceanic, you want to move on to the reworks they did?
Yeah, so they only did 2. I don't know if Davey Jones his rework is live yet. I haven't looked in game. I was only looking on Discord. But basically they reworked Ariel and Davey Jones. Ariel's is live, I'm pretty sure. So basically her first special, they just added that the health that she restores to Prince Eric and King Triton would be increased by 50%. So she's going to do bonus healing for them. And then her second special, if Prince Eric is an ally, he's going to assist. And both of those changes happen right away at the base level for her abilities. So you don't need to do any crazy upgrading.
And an assist from Eric would be a double continuous damage versus Earth.
Yeah. It's a good point. And then her Triton's Boon passive. So there is no magic cost at all for it now. They got rid of that entirely.
Yeah, it was like 5 or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah. So now it's just nothing.
But still a small chance. 15%.
Yeah.
To activate.
Yes. And then because they removed the magic cost, they removed the line about decreasing the magic by 1 or whatever it was. And then they added that if King Triton's an ally, the chance to activate is guaranteed. So sweet.
Yeah. 15% chance to 100% chance?
Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah. And this is a great buff.
Yeah. And then once it's at level 3, they removed the required magic by 1 and added 5% chance to activate. So I'm assuming that's if King Triton's not on there.
Right.
So if King Triton's on there, chance to activate is guaranteed. Does that mean it would go on a random ally or specifically Triton?
I think it would still be random.
I think it would be random as well. You're just guaranteed to trigger it with him.
Every time she takes a turn, someone's getting Triton's boon.
I just love it though when they make these things and it's very obvious what they want. Like they want these 3 specific characters together.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, I think it's going to be really fun to play with. So,
you know what? Here's some speculation.
Oh, okay.
What if, so you're right. These 3 characters together.
Mm-hmm.
That's only 3 Little Mermaid characters.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of other oceanic. You don't need a full Little Mermaid movie set of characters.
Right.
But who else could they add from the movie?
Flounder,
but
I don't know what he would do.
Right. You got the seagull or the crustacean crab.
Sebastian. Yeah.
But the most obvious one is Ursula herself.
Yeah.
So what if she's a raid reward where you get tokens of Ursula to unlock as a character to play with?
I could see that. I could totally see that. Yeah.
That would be a good incentive.
And it would completely fit with the teaser that they dropped.
Right.
Of seeing her in it. So.
Right. I would like that.
I hope that's the case. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Because I don't just want to kill her. I want to be her.
I hope, while we're speculating, I hope that part of her kit has her transform into her human side. Yeah.
What if that's when she stealths? When she disappears into human form?
Mm-hmm.
And she silences characters?
Oh yeah, she's totally
she
going
steals
to silence.
Your voice? Yeah.
100%. So they also changed Davey Jones. Do you want me to just quickly?
I want to go over Davey Jones.
Yeah, do it because I don't use him. Do you use him?
I do. I like Davey Jones.
Should I be using him?
If there was enough gear and gold to go around, I'd say yes. If I had an Oceanic team, I would try to fit him in. Mm-hmm. So mine's 5-star. Probably in a couple more conquests, he'll be at 6-star.
What's mine?
So then he'll be healthy enough that I feel like I could use him more.
Mm-hmm.
I just really like his kit, especially after they've reworked it a second time, I think. He's got strong potential.
Yeah, mine's 5-star as well.
So his basic just deals damage, bonus, crit chance strike, but his specials are where, and his passive mostly, is where his strength comes in. So his first special heals damage, inflicts silence. Now it's bonus damage per Oceanic villain teammate, including any Flying Dutchman crewmates. So you could have 4 or 5 summoned Dutchmen.
Oh.
Now increasing the damage he's dealing on. Then you've got his other special, which inflicts the black spot. Not very useful because it takes a long time for it to activate. But let's see, have they updated it in game? I think they did. Yeah, they did update it in game. Yeah. Okay, so the black spot. When the black spot expires, or while a person has black spot, Davey Jones and the Dutchman deal 30% bonus damage against opponents inflicted with the black spot. So you're targeting who you want to kill, and now they'll be much easier to get rid of. Upon expiration or removal of it, so if it gets cleansed or something, the Kraken attacks the inflicted character for a big amount, increased by a little bit if the effect expires naturally, and deal damage to all flanking opponents. because the Kraken just comes in.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, the new thing is upon expiration, grant 5 magic to this move, which is full amount to do it again. So once somebody loses the black spot, Davey Jones can now immediately put it back on somebody.
That's nuts.
So I like that. There's always going to be a black spot out there with the Kraken just waiting to come out. So I like that. I like that. Now his passives, and this is where he has gotten better. On character defeat, there's once you upgraded it, like let's say you get him to tier 6, you can upgrade it twice. Then there's a 50% chance to summon an allied Flying Dutchman crewmate. The crewmate has so much health, deals damage, inflicts defense down for 1 turn with each attack. And on Davey Jones performing an ability, each crewmate has a 20% chance to assist. So before, it was only on one of his specials that they would have a chance. But now, anytime he does an ability, there's a 20% chance his Dutchman will assist.
Man. And if he's got 3 of them out there.
Right. Then most of the time, you'll have 1 assisting you.
At least 1, yeah.
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 His other passive, where once you do kill him, he'll then summon the dead man's chest. And if you don't kill that chest in time, he'll come back to life.
Yes.
So before it was a 2-turn activation for him to come back to life. Now it's just 1. So you don't have much time. If you let that turn meter for that chest get all the way up, he's back.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And on his revive, summon 2 allied Flying Dutchmen. So by killing him and then not killing his chest, he'll come back with 2 more teammates immediately. And the health restored is increased per Oceanic Villain teammate. So whenever I used him and he came back, I don't know how many I had, but he had 100% health.
Well, and then if you, so say he comes back, he brings back 2 of his crewmen.
Yeah.
And then you kill him again, and then you don't kill the chest in time again. He comes back, brings back 2 more crewmen. There's potentially 4 out there.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's just adding if you're not getting rid of them either.
Good point.
And then he would come back with more health because there's more Oceanic characters, teammates out there.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's nasty.
And that's the other big change they made, was before it would only happen the first time he died.
Right.
But now, every time he dies, a chest will pop up that you have to kill instead. So now, like you just said, you could kill him, he comes back, you immediately need to kill him again. But you got to be ready, get enough damage dealers out there to kill his chest a second time, or else you're actually hurting yourself by giving him more crewmates.
Right. Because if he came back, say, with like 40% health, whatever, the first time, he could come back with 60 the next time or whatever.
I like it. I definitely want to run him, and definitely can see him being useful in the new raid.
Yeah.
Because him summoning characters, summons are always good. But let's say you're using Toy Story, Bucket of Soldiers or something, and you're just trying to chip away damage at this impossible to kill Ursula. Having these Dutchmen assisting, with each of them taking turns, bringing the Bucket of Soldiers to assist, will up your damage output a ton.
And I'm wondering if the AI will know to target him if he's on a team, and to know to like target him and kill the chest or not. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, we'll see.
Although if you put him in with I mean, I'm just gonna say with like Ariel and Prince Eric and King Triton, solely for having like the oceanic boosts for himself. But then you would have Eric taunting. So it'll be hard theoretically to get around that.
Right.
Without like an AoE damage to get to Davey Jones.
Because when you reduce Davey Jones trying to kill him, his health, he's going to get undefeatable.
Yeah.
I wonder if his chest will gain undefeatable and gain turn meter too.
Ooh.
So if you can't one-shot his chest or something, and Eric has started taunting again, you won't be able to kill the chest. So he will come back.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Now we're speculating, but I like it.
Yeah. Deep speculation. Now, the other big headline, this isn't the only faction they've been working on.
No.
They added the Sensational Six, which is another term for the classic OG Disney characters. So far, we've only had Sorcerer Mickey or Steamboat Mickey, these offshoots of the core Mickey that everybody knows. But now we'll be finally getting a standard Mickey, standard Minnie, standard Pluto, and then already in game to look at is Daisy, Goofy, and Donald Duck.
Yeah. And they added the Sensational Six as a like faction. I don't even know what you would call it. It's not like
movie group.
It's not as far down as a movie group because I scrolled all the way to the bottom to look for it, and it's actually near the top. Like it's up with
Tech and
it's right
Princess.
Underneath Tech.
Yeah.
And they added Ducks as one as well.
Yes.
Or did they do that when
they did it for Daisy?
Ducks?
No,
okay.
They did it for Daisy.
They did it for Daisy. Okay.
Right.
So you've got Ducks and the Sensational Six added.
And with the Ducks, they removed a couple, like either Downtown Hero, something from a couple of the Ducks, where Ducks is their main group now.
Right. They're not. Yeah. They're still tagged in the Downtown Hero.
One of them had it removed. Maybe it was Scrooge.
I think it's Scrooge. Was one of them a villain? A downtown villain?
No.
Or am I making things? I might be making things up.
Maybe I am making things up. Maybe I was mistaken.
They've just been changing things. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody lost downtown. They just got Ducks added.
They just added Ducks.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, Ducks is a category. Surprisingly, there are a lot of them already in game. With more Ducks to come. So we've already had Daisy and Goofy and Donald. We don't know what the whole team is going to look like yet.
No.
I don't know if you've looked at Daisy much.
I haven't. I did unlock her.
Good.
And I haven't looked at her a whole lot. Although her first basic is called High Heels, and that has me intrigued.
Yeah. I enjoy each of these classic characters. You know, they aren't on magical adventure. They're like at the house or real life comedy and real life stories and stuff. Just there happen to be dogs and ducks.
I can't remember what it was that I watched when I was a kid, but it was definitely I don't remember if it was a movie or a show. I feel like it was a show, and it was definitely 1000% just like Mickey, Donald Duck, Daisy Duck, Pluto, like all of them were just like doing their thing. Like it was almost like watching like a family sitcom, but
Right.
I can't. Well, I'm completely blanking on what this was that I watched, but I vividly remember watching it.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of them are like that, or just like Pluto chasing a cat in the house.
Yeah.
Goofy playing football.
Yeah, just like random.
Skiing. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, 100%. I remember doing this, so I like that they're adding these kind of quirky.
Right. That the moves aren't, cast a spell or shoot a gun. It's high heels. Or showtime. Let's put the spotlight on me. I've had it. Duck Diva is her passive.
Of course, naturally.
And her pose is just there with her hand on her hip.
This is so funny.
It is.
And what did they give Goofy? I haven't unlocked Goofy yet.
Yeah, Goofy I'm more excited for. Daisy, there's not much to her kit. She looks like she'll be a damage dealer. Has some synergy with Donald. And can give some buffs to Minnie and stuff. But Goofy, I like his a bit more because his is quirky. Let's see. Goofy is a tank. Goofy basic is Bazooka Pummel, which is the red boxing glove on his fist.
Yep.
Okay, so for his basic, he deals damage 6 times or 5 times a weak amount of damage, but each hit has a 10% chance to call a random Sensational 6 or Mickey and Friends teammate to assist. You can increase the chance to 15% once you boost it some. So his basic, if everything goes right, small like 1% chance, but you could call 5 allies to assist. If you can, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and the Mickey and Friends grouping is even wider than the Sensational 6 one will be.
That is what I was thinking of when I said they removed a tag. Scrooge lost.
He lost Mickey and Friends.
Right, because now he's a duck. That's what it was. A lot of the ones that were just Mickey and Friends before. Now, the only duck is Daisy with Mickey and Friends.
Oh, man.
That's what it was. Okay, so his first special is Dance Away Your Cares. The disco ball.
Yeah, that's I feel like I remember that. I feel like I remember him doing this.
Do you remember an extremely goofy movie?
Yes.
He's like doing disco with the teacher at the college or something like that. I think that's what this move is, which is great. So he gains taunt. He also gives himself slow. And a 30% chance to gain evasion. When you boost it, he can get 30% chance for a second evasion. Yeah, so he can be a taunting tank who, because he's dancing, accidentally jumps out of the way while you're trying to hit him with a move.
And I like it that I think it's really interesting that he gives himself slow.
Right.
I like it.
His second special, Moving Day, trying to pack everything into a suitcase. Cleanse all harmful effects from this character. Cleanse 1 harmful effect from each teammate. So another cleanse your team move, like Triton had. Upgrade it, and he'll transfer all harmful effects removed to random opponents with their durations refreshed. So if you... So if you're fighting an annoying Kingdom team that has Mickey putting slow on you, or let's say some of your allies have gotten sleep debuff. Goofy can get rid of all those, throw them on the opponents. That's pretty big. And deals damage with this move. Cleanse, deal damage, and inflict those harmful effects on the opponent. Then his passive, Art of Self-Defense. This one brings in the old cartoons where Goofy would teach you the art of karate or how to box, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when a teammate loses 30% or more of their max health at once, this character gains counter up to a max of 3. And if he's set on defense in any game mode, he'll gain counter at the start of battle.
So conquest.
Yeah. Or defense in tournament.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Now, I like this passive because a countering Goofy who uses his basic
is going to call his buddies.
Yeah.
And he's going to do it 5 times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You just got real excited.
I did. So it's such a small chance, though. I'm hoping someone in this new Sensational 6 team will be able to give tactics to teammates. Because Goofy with tactics.
Yeah.
His basic would be a sure 5
a
teammates.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
So, and we have Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto left.
Right. And we know nothing about their kits.
Yeah. Nothing about them.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And Donald is not in game yet.
Correct.
So we also don't know anything about his kit.
Correct. They did mention new stuff today, though, just before.
Yeah, they did.
You want to read over that?
So it's not live yet. So specifically with Donald, they did mention that he's coming in. I'm guessing it's going to be today/tomorrow.
Yeah, a day or 2.
Right? And they say he has a foul temper. Spelled like a bird, foul. So he deals layers of damage to enemies.
Ooh.
So either he's going to hit multiple times or maybe do like a damage over time type thing. Right?
Yeah.
That's me reading into that. And gain more offense and defense when Donald is empowered. Though short-tempered, Donald is a powerful ally to Daisy Duck and his other Mickey and Friends teammates. So he's gonna. I can see him just like going on like a little tantrum kind of thing.
Right.
Right. Exactly. I can see him just like
the arm.
Oh, I can see. Oh, yeah. And just like storming off. Yeah, I could totally see that. I don't think he would be the one to give tactics.
No, I don't. I don't think so either.
He doesn't seem too level-headed for that.
Yeah, I'm looking at Minnie or Mickey.
Yeah, to give tactics. That's what I was thinking as well. I feel like Pluto is gonna have something to do, some kind of like assisting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With Goofy. Now that we're just speculating about everything.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and then they also said in today's update, I saw it, went away. Or I'm just imagining that I read this. I might be imagining that I read this. Yeah. I thought I read that the part 2 was coming of the Sensational 6 event.
They said that last time. They said that before.
Okay, so I did read it today, then it's just not in this post specifically.
So whenever this 3-week event where week 1 you're getting Daisy, week 2 you have the opportunity to get Goofy.
Yep.
Week 3 Donald, but unless you spend, you won't be getting Donald.
No.
Because you won't have Goofy unlocked yet.
No.
But at the end of this 3 weeks. So 1 week from now, I think that's when the new Sensational 6 Part 2 will start. It'll be another 3 week of first week you get this character, second week this one.
Yeah. I do like that they have, so like right now we're in getting Goofy, but you can still get Daisy.
Yeah, I like that.
Like you're still getting both, which is kind of good. You can progress a little bit more.
Right.
They did say today as well that Spooky Coin, the pack rewards for PvP Arena will contain Spooky Coins plus Headless Horseman spell tokens. Have you been using those Spooky Coins?
I have.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I
like them.
I've been hoping every time that I open one that the Grand Campaign energy drops.
Yeah.
That's the best, in my opinion, the best thing, because I've just been farming.
All the good characters are there.
All of them. So anytime Grand Campaign drops from it, I'm happy.
Yeah. I think I've been using it on the 50, the cheaper Spooky Coin thing.
Yes, me too.
I think it's better than the bigger pack.
Yeah, especially if you're aiming for energy. I think it's better.
Yeah.
What I found interesting about this post from today, in terms of like events coming back.
Yeah.
You have Zerg coming back with the Queen's Clash event, Spectral, Standoff, Sally's potions, because we all need more potions. But what I found interesting is that Stitch Tower is coming back. And I'm pretty sure they're going to make it so that it's only one tower at a time. Like you're either doing Stitch or Triton or whichever.
Right.
The reason I find that interesting, though, is because kind of hoping it would be the Triton Tower, and then that meant we would get the raid afterwards. But if it's Stitch Tower coming back, I think we need to get Triton Tower back one more time before the raid.
Or it'll drop at the same time as the raid.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if the Stitch Tower is back, I'm assuming this weekend.
Maybe each weekend we'll get a different event tower.
Maybe. But I'm assuming what will end up happening, though, is the currency is going to be Stitch Tower currency. So we can't buy Triton with it.
Right.
So we're going to have to wait a week and a half, is my guess, for the Triton Tower.
Yeah, I think that's a good timeline.
Yeah, which means that would put us at like end of October for the raid.
Right. So maybe by next time we do our show,
there will be a raid.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or we'll know something about a raid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Otherwise, there was nothing super. Grand Coin ×2 drop event is coming this weekend. Grand Coin ×2.
That's kind of, I always think that's a weak special thing for them to do. Like just the coins. So
this is why I'm confused by it.
Every time you do a spend your energy,
it's the
you get a currency to open
for the chest.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, like it's not just even double drops for the characters.
Yeah, just give me double drops for the characters.
Can't do that. No. They are so stingy.
Oh man. I actually was gonna say, so with this Sensational 6 event with Daisy, I think it's supposed to be like a 1 to 7 token chance for tokens to drop. I think it's 1 to 7 or 2 to 7 or maybe it's 1 to 5. I've just been getting ones.
For sure.
I don't know.
It's pointless getting further because you're still just gonna get one for each attempt.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's 1 to 5 for the tier that I am on. For the, let me just see.
I'm on 1 to 6.
Yeah. So, but you have a chance of whatever the tokens are going to drop. It would be anywhere between 1 and 6 tokens, for instance.
Yeah.
But you're going to get 1.
Yeah.
Is my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that the higher you go the greater chance you have of getting more than one.
Right. That makes sense.
But it's still,
because it's like kind of like getting rewarded for going further.
Right. I think they just add a % chance to get the new thing. Like at the one where you have 1 to 2, maybe it's like a 1% chance to get 2. Then for the next one, you still have that 1% chance to get 2, but they also add a 1% chance to get 3.
Yeah.
I think they do something like that. It's still really small though. In no way is it a even, quarter of the time knowing that you're going to get an extra token or something.
Right.
So it's silly. It's really annoying.
Oh well.
Oh well. In the meantime, Sarah, I'm afraid I've been thinking.
A dangerous pastime.
I know. Welcome to our I'm Afraid I've Been Thinking segment where we give our thoughts on the latest happenings in the game. Today we're going to discuss, where is this raid that they've been teasing?
I know. I'm surprised it hasn't come yet because this is why. So 1, they teased it.
Yeah.
That's my first reason for being surprised. But 2, they now have characters in game that are specifically talking about a raid, and they dropped them, but didn't drop the raid. And the only reason why I'm mentioning it in that specific way is because with like Baymax, for instance, they dropped the event at the same time they made the characters farmable. So I'm surprised.
I'm not surprised that they added characters meant to be good in the raid beforehand. I'm glad they're giving us some time to farm them and stuff. I am surprised at the lack of further updates.
Yes.
So I don't remember when we got that trailer.
That trailer dropped. We watched it during our last show.
Okay, so 3 weeks ago, I think.
3 weeks ago, yeah, because we did a weird schedule.
Right.
But
so near the end of September.
Yeah. So it's been 3 weeks since they teased the trailer, and then shortly after they teased the that trailer drop for tease, whatever you want to call it, the Triton Tower came.
Yes. But what's weird to me is that trailer, if you watched it, which we did on the show together, doesn't say anything. It's just a teaser. Like, here are the characters from the original trailer for the game. They're turning around, and here's Ursula. It didn't say anything. No words. No raid is coming.
No, it didn't. It definitely did not say the word raid. I thought it said coming soon.
Maybe it did. But
I'm gonna go find it again.
Okay, but nothing about the raid, even though we're pretty sure that's what it's hinting towards.
Right.
Since then, they added the Triton Tower. Didn't say anything about a raid. Added Prince Eric and King Triton. Didn't try and sell them as, be sure to get these tunes because they'll help in the raid. Nothing.
It did say coming soon at the end, but the coming soon was kind of built into like the Disney Sorcerer Arena and the App Store so it kind of made it look like the app was coming soon.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, we already have the app, so we know the app's not coming soon. We know it's a raid coming soon. So yeah.
And looking at the updates from Meathead Militia, they've talked about the new Sensational 6. They've talked about the spooky coins for October, but nothing about the raid. No update, no hint, no teases of any kind.
Nothing.
For 3 weeks.
And I'm surprised because they talked about when they did the dev Q&A, they were so like heavily hinting at club content being a focus for them and wanting to provide club content and all of this kind of stuff. So I'm surprised they wouldn't communicate that some more.
Yeah. They definitely need club content. They definitely need long-term stuff for us to be working towards. Because, right now in the game...
What are you working towards?
Right. Like, I enjoy the characters. And I still like the interactions. I'm very annoyed by how slow the farms are if you're not spending money.
Yes.
So that's a serious issue I take with the game as a whole. But I do still enjoy, pulling up Darkwing Duck or Gizmo, getting Gant to use his AoE turn after turn.
Yeah, that is fun.
But besides the grind that is Arena every day, besides the autoing of nodes trying to just get a couple more tokens of characters for 6 to 9 months, there's not much for me to do since I've already beaten the Tower of Endurance Club Dungeon, so that those aren't goals.
Yeah, totally. So a raid would be nice.
Yeah,
I would like it to come in, please. I think also raids are always just a good, this. They're such a good initiative to like get your club working together and kind of re-energize your player base, which is kind of a sad thing to say with such like a new game, but realistically, what are you working towards if you don't have that other than, like you said, Arena? And I mean, you could say you're working towards club conquest, but even then, like, it's just setting defenses and attacking.
Right.
So
and club conquest is too involved.
Yeah, and there's only I agree.
There's not a good balance.
There's not a good. It's very it's very time consuming.
Yeah.
And there's only so much you can do. Like once your roster's tapped, you're done.
Yeah.
So, raid would definitely, I think, provide like a really good incentive for the players to work towards something.
I agree.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it sooner rather than later, because I think what will happen is that if they just keep teasing it, like they basically are with this video that they release, and then specifically mentioning a raid and character kits, but then not actually delivering or communicating when it's going to come. You're just going to frustrate your player base and have players quit because they're not going to wait.
Yeah.
And whether or not they come back when the raid comes is a different discussion, but yeah.
All good points.
So, raid, please.
And that brings us to our Can You Feel the Love Tonight segment.
On that note.
These are just such good segues,
Just flip it 180.
Yeah. Flow so smoothly into the next one. So right now we're all waiting for a raid to come to the game. But trust me, we have enjoyed the game up to now for a reason. So we're not going to devolve into a lot of complaining, but try to keep it as a positive show. Well, let's talk about some things that we've enjoyed over the past week or two in Sorcerer's. I have enjoyed finally getting to, I think it's Champion in Arena. Yeah, today.
In PvP?
Yeah, the Arena. Yeah, PvP Arena.
You did today?
I did. I was I think I was at like 3,700 or something, and saw that in a day and a half it's going to reset.
Yeah.
And I have hated going all the way back down to 3,000.
Yeah.
So I thought, 3,700. I've been doing pretty good on my win rate.
Wait, so you went from 3,700?
3,000.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, today. 3,700 to 4,000. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I played a good bit. So I think that was I think it took 20 wins.
Oh, wow.
If I'm doing my math right. Plus whatever to make up for a handful of losses that I got.
Right.
So probably 25 to 30 wins today. But
that is a lot.
It is.
Now, do you do it so that you're like actively doing it, or do you kind of like look at what the team is and then decide if you're
I
going to
actively
auto?
do it. I actively do it.
Oh man, that is a lot.
Yeah. It now that people can forfeit, it doesn't take as long.
Yeah.
I am not running the golden hammer. So if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose.
Right.
No need to drag it out, constantly reviving.
Right.
So it didn't take that long. Like, I want to say maybe hour and a half of, which is a lot, but
yeah, it is
worth it if I can get into this next bracket.
Yeah.
So that whenever it resets, it'll reset back to 4,000 for me.
Yeah.
And now
instead of
all
falling.
I have to do is hover. Yeah. Now every time I just got to hover at the 4,000 range season.
Yeah.
Instead of having to make it all the way up to 3,700.
Yeah.
And then reset
fall
all the way back down. Yeah.
That's a good point.
We'll see how well it works. We'll see. We'll see if I can maintain this each season. But for now, it's working out well.
Okay. I like it.
What about you?
So I have upgraded a couple of more stones to tier 2 or whatever level you want to call it.
Nice.
Just because why not?
Who have you been putting them on?
I've been putting them on my Frozen squad since I run them. So like it's my arena team.
Right.
My PvP team. So I'm like, might as well. So my first one that I did, I think I said was Anna, or Elsa. One of them was the first one. And now all of them except for Kristoff have a tier 2 stone. Only because I don't know if I want to get which stone I want to tier 2 for him yet, and I don't want to have to spend the gold to unequip it if I don't like what I did.
Right.
So we'll see. So I did that, and then I also finally finished grinding hero to 7 stars, which was awful. But I'm happy because now I can just focus on Prince Eric.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And yeah.
You got hero all the way up to 7-star.
I did.
That's impressive.
It's done. Which is, awesome. And now I'm like, cool, he's 7-star. I still won't get Baymax next round because I don't have the other people ready to go.
Yeah.
And I'm not hard focusing on them at all. So that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. Yeah. And I've been focusing on Elsa. So I'm one piece of gear away from making her tier 7, and I'll be quite happy to see how she does in between just going up to tier 7. I think is going to be awesome.
Yeah. I'm 2 pieces.
So,
I'm working on it too.
Yeah, it's so long.
It's such a grind.
That's the one. Yeah. I shouldn't complain in the Can You Feel the Love segment about that.
That's a good segue to our next segment.
Yeah.
I know we're just outcasts, hungry for content, hungry for gear, hungry for a raid. I ask for nothing. I can get by, but I know so many. Sarah, less lucky than I. God help the outcast section where we plead what is bothering us in the game. So, Sarah, what were you saying that you were disliking about the game?
Gear. Man. Yeah, that's a struggle. I've been able to hoard a little bit of currency, of gold, but the gear to go from tier 6 to tier 7 is
so bad.
Awful. And I'm hoping that it'll be in the raid.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
I also would love, so this is my main, this was as of today my complaint, or what I would like to see changed is I think Glue did a really good job at being very communicative with the player base when the game went global and went from beta to a global launch and whatever. And they did a really good job. And I remember praising them on this because I remember being like, wow, this is so good. And I feel like I'm eating my words now because they have completely done a 180 on that. And today was like the sticking point for me with it in particular, because today was the day that they were like, hey, out of the blue, your club, they've been talking about this for a while now, that Club Dungeon was going to reward spooky coins as a bonus.
Yeah.
And then they today were like, yeah, we're going to start it today for a limited time. And they did it. And a whole bunch of people have already done their Club Dungeon attempts for the day.
Oh, by the time that they added it?
By the time that they added it. So you missed out on getting spooky coins, which is not good.
That's horrible.
I wish that they had been like, if you were going to make it for today, you should have announced it yesterday. So people would know not to do it and say what time. Like it'll take effect at this time.
In-game announce it. In-game say, hey,
because now you
tomorrow
have
spooky coins. Yeah.
And I think it was like 20 coins per victory or whatever, which isn't the end of the world, but that's depending how many times you're doing.
Pack. That's a whole
tiny pack if you do all 3 attempts. If you watch the ad for your 4th, that's almost 2 little packs. And if you're a VIP person, watch the ad for your 5th, that is 2 packs.
That's a big deal.
So that's a big deal. And it was kind of frustrating that they chose to do that. So I wish that they would just, if you want to make things last minute and not give people time to prepare, that's whatever, that's your prerogative. But I think you're going to frustrate a player base that's trying to make the most out of what you're giving them, especially when you're saying it's a bonus to something.
Right.
You gotta let us know what's coming. The same way you let us know that gear double drops are coming and grand coin double drops are coming. So that's what I would like to see changed.
Very good points.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
For me, you already mentioned the gear, which is a big sore spot. Because, so we're getting, let's say you max out the daily challenges.
Yes.
Each daily challenge, there's a chance you'll get that specific droplet or whatever other thing you need. Because, it's not just here's an offense challenge. It's a offense and recovery. So you might get the offense droplets, or you might get the recovery droplets.
Yeah, there's no...
Yeah.
Oh.
So you only get to do that 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say on average, you're getting 4.5 times 7. So let's say 30 droplets of something you need.
Right.
Now for a single character, a single piece at gear 6 to gear 7 takes 140 droplets of that specific one little thing.
You can't do it. Like it's ridiculous.
For a single character, for a single piece. So you were talking about Elsa.
Yeah.
She's got a tenacity and health thing. You need 140 of droplets for each of those tenacity part and health part of that one gear slot.
Yeah. So 280.
Yeah. For that one piece of gear.
Yeah.
280, but you're only getting 30 each week from that daily challenge.
Yeah.
Therefore, people are being forced to try and spend their club currency. But
Yep.
even then,
it's so bad.
You're hardly getting any.
I think you get 4.
And even if you're working really hard with all your club currency, you're grinding to get 140 of that gear piece. Just for that one piece of gear.
Yeah.
So I personally don't have a single Gear 7 character, even though all my club currency garbage goes towards it.
Yeah.
Just because it's impossible.
I actually just went to go buy Elsa a piece of gear.
Yeah.
And I don't have enough currency because I burned through it all.
Exactly. Do you have a Gear 7 character yet?
Only Anna is, but I got Anna to Gear 7 weeks ago. And I've been working on Elsa since.
Yeah.
So like literally finished Anna, went to Elsa right away. And I'm still working on her weeks later.
Yeah.
And anytime it is gear double drops, I completely abandon my token farming and go straight to only gear. That's all I care about. And I'm just buying all of the refreshes on energy for gear double drops, watching all of the ads for gear double drops. And it still doesn't happen.
Yeah. It's so brutal.
It's so bad. It is so bad.
And you're not even getting a daily income of crystals to help towards grinding your gear.
I was just going to say I was able to gear 13 characters in Star Wars faster than I am able to take a character from tier 6 to tier 7 in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Star Wars, I appreciate, like, let's say a grading scale. I'd give Star Wars like maybe a B on free to play friendly.
Yeah.
This game, max a D.
Yeah, it's not free to play friendly.
It's potential F territory.
Yeah. And it did start decently with being free to play friendly, and it nosedived real fast.
Yeah.
And yeah,
like I'll fight in arena, getting to champion 4,000. Every single team just about has 3 or 4 or max Gear 7 characters, level 65, 67.
I was just gonna say, actually, whenever I get a like bot no club thing in PvP now.
Oh, it's hard. It's a hard team.
They have Gear 7 characters.
Yeah, the bots are hard.
A bot. I'm like, I know I'm gonna beat you because you're 3 stars.
Right.
But come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but these real players, I just think, how much money did you have to spend to get your Gear 7 squad?
I can't even think about that.
And so initially I appreciated how it seemed like $10 investment in the game would help you, like getting the VIP or season pass holder might be a good idea.
Yeah.
But I don't see how that is of any help. Like, this is a Wales only game, it seems.
Well, and there's only so much like club currency you can earn a day. Like, even if you're in a club that is maxing out their dailies.
Right.
Which actually I don't think you can do, because I think one of the let me double check right now. I'm curious now. I think one of them is technically not even achievable. Of course, my game is giving me this freezing. It's freezing. It's still freezing. Okay, hang on. It's loading now. There is one for the donations. Yeah. No, sorry. Oh, no, wait. That's okay. Never mind. 200. That's doable. There was one that I was thinking was not doable. So even if you are in a club though that is maxing their dailies, which by the way, to max your dailies, you need to hit one of them is 500 arena battles, which means every single person in a 50-person club needs to be getting 10 wins a day in PvP.
Yeah.
My point is there's only so much club currency you're bringing in because you get the maximum from that. You have your club dungeon. And then there's no real crystal income.
Yeah. None whatsoever.
Once you've burned through your club currency, you are now buying crystals to buy gear with crystals.
Yeah.
So, yes, I agree. It's definitely not free to play friendly, and they probably should address that. Unfortunately.
But that's not my gripe. My gripe would be also the game balance. I really dislike how Baymax is OP with the new Big Hero 6 squad.
Yeah.
Like, we all complained about Kingdom having plus 12% speed or whatever it is. Baymax, or Hero, gives his team plus 20% speed. They're already fast.
Yeah.
Hero's already a fast character, but plus 20. And then the new horrible debuff of Intimidate, it just stonewalls anything you're trying to get done with your squad.
Yeah.
With zero options to cleanse these debuffs. Because this game's young without many characters. So it's not the same as other veteran games like this, where you can have a wide roster or, you know, there's one frozen character that can help out. No, there's just 5. None of them have any cleanse built into their kit. When someone gets intimidated, you're done.
Yep. You're screwed.
Yeah. And on top of that, just the garbage of certain characters having insane damage output from the get-go compared to the average character. Like Tomago, Dash was the first big culprit.
Yes.
But Tomago and Dash, I like the balance with Elsa where she has to charge up. So you've got to get her fully empowered before you can do a powerful AoE damaging move. Unlike her, you've got Dash, who just tons of hits. They build up his speed or whatnot so that he can then do a giant multi-hit. Same thing with Tomago. Same thing with the Scissor Hands guy.
Oh, yeah. Is that Wasabi?
Wasabi, yeah.
Yeah.
He just thrashes your tank.
Yeah.
Somehow gets all his turn meter back. Then thrashes the rest of your team. It's very unbalanced. It's not fun.
And the unfortunate thing for that is, like, you know that that's an OP team, and you know that that's like a meta team, right?
Yeah.
So even as free to play, if you've missed that first go round, getting them the second time around, whenever that event comes back, is going to be so hard because of the grind you need to get them to 5 stars.
Right. I don't even have them unlocked.
No, I think I don't have. I know one of them I don't have. I'm going to look at it right now.
And 5-star is useless.
Yeah, exactly. So you need it. You need them at 7-star. And if I look at it right now, Big Hero 6. So I have Hero, obviously 7-star. Wasabi is 4 stars. Fred is 4 stars. Honey Lemon is 4 stars. I do not have Tomago unlocked.
Because you've been getting Hero.
Because I've been getting Hero.
And she's now I'm going after campaign. Yeah.
So I have 6 of her shards somehow, probably from a chest.
And you can't economically refresh your grand campaign
No.
Because a single refresh
is all of your crystals for the day.
Right.
So, I mean, and you can refresh it 3 times before it goes up.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing, to be honest, is you are in the negative on crystals if you're trying to be aggressive.
Right. Yeah. Right. Your daily income is less,
right.
far less than your expenses.
Which the only way to be a free-to-play player and be competitive is to be aggressive. But you're not getting any of that back. You're going to constantly be in the negative.
Right. Now free to play players are fine having to do second or third time around to build up. We're fine with each day having to spend your crystal income so that in a few months you can max out and get Baymax. In a few months, you can have your arena team all Gear 7. But that's not the timeline that these developers are using for us.
No.
They're saying, if you're free to play, maybe in a year you can get Baymax.
I will not have Baymax next time he comes around. Can guarantee it.
Oh, Gary, I won't have him probably for a year.
Yeah.
Because it's just so slow.
Yeah. Plus, also... I've been
playing since it started.
Yeah.
Which was...
when did we start this?
7 months? We did the math last time.
I know. Sometime in March or April, we started playing this.
Yeah. And I have been farming every day Aladdin and Jasmine. Within a couple weeks, I should have them both 7-star. Now, without refreshing a node or anything, just farming them each day, it's taken me that long to get those 2.
It's insane.
So the poor balance of new characters with free-to-play characters is my main gripe. As well as how OP the briefcase guide, the Cobra Bubbles.
Oh, yeah.
Cobra Bubbles should not be one of the top tier characters in the game.
No. He's a little I guess he's not a side character, but
he stares at you and throws a briefcase. How is he better than almost every other character in the game besides a couple of the legendaries?
Yeah, that's just...
You put him on any squad, instantly better. He throws out that nasty intimidate. He gives tactics to whoever you want.
No. I hate when he's on a squad.
Oh, me too.
It's even worse when he's on a squad and they have Peter Pan's shadow.
Yes.
Because it always does him.
He is far stronger than my Sven with Peter Pan's shadow.
Yeah.
Which, that was his trick. Like, that's what made Sven cool. Was getting to summon multiple of them, have the shadow actually be able to do damage and stuff.
Yep.
But there was still only a chance that he would assist and stuff. But because you had more of them, it was better. Cobra Bubbles always assist an ally with tactics. Cobra Bubbles always gives allies tactics or extends it. It's redonkulous.
It's so OP.
Yep.
But anyway. I do not believe we have anything from Merlin's Tower.
Sounds good. Last but not least, let's head to Li Shang's training ground. Talk about who and what we are currently farming. Training in the game. Because somehow we'll make a sorcerer out of you.
Yeah.
So I am farming Cobra Bubbles. Because I want my Cobra Bubbles to start hurting everybody else.
The way that everyone else is hurting you?
Yes, exactly. I don't know how successful it will be. Like, I see him having some long-term potential.
Right.
I really like my frozen squad with Hero right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who
did you replace Olaf with?
I did. I replaced Olaf. I do not regret it at all.
That's fair.
The evades, the increased turns to Elsa. Just he is so much better in that squad than Olaf, who seemingly never takes a turn.
Oh really? Did you have a speed stone on him?
Yeah, he's still under 100 speed.
Where's mine?
Whereas Hero is like 112 or something.
Yeah, I feel like my Olaf. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining it. I feel like he gets to take a few turns.
Okay, well, even if he does, he'll basic for 1 damage. He'll try and charm a harmful immunity Kristoff or harmful immunity Big Hero 16.
Yeah.
But Hero, on the other hand, Hero is a boss.
Maybe I'll sub Hero in and see how that goes.
You should. You will. It's night and day, the difference.
And I gotta gear my Hero.
It is a huge difference. He is so much better. And the survivability he adds to the team.
Yeah.
Because every time he does his evade thing, he's also giving 2,000 or 3,000 protection shield.
Do you have speed stone on him?
I do.
All right.
Just a basic speed stone. When the oceanic thing comes back around, I'll be putting a 2nd degree speed stone.
Yeah.
Now, whenever I build Cobra Bubbles, I'll be taking out Kristoff. No, not Kristoff. Ben.
Right.
The reindeer. And I definitely think Cobra Bubbles will be better. He shouldn't be, but
he may be.
Yeah. He won't have the same heal that Kristoff does.
Right.
But the tons of assist, intimidate, and the tactics being put on my Elsa, that's gonna change things.
All right. I might try that. You might try and swap Hero in.
You should. You definitely should swap Hero in. Who are you farming? I mean training.
Training. Who am I training? Prince Eric.
Good.
In Grand Campaign.
Good.
Might as well.
Good.
I am in the regular whatever campaign modes. Very, very, very slowly grinding out the Baymax characters. But mostly it's been gear for Elsa. And what's his face? Not Cobra Bubbles. Gantu. Captain Gantu for the Stitch Tower. And I did get Cobra Bubbles to 5 stars, and I think I need to get him up a little bit more for the next tower event.
Yeah. But you got to balance that with Eric.
I know. It's so ridiculous. So it's one of those things where it's like, do you work on it when you know which tower is coming so that you can kind of move up, well, so to speak.
Don't forget Tomago for the Big Hero 6 Baymax.
I honestly think I will be leaving him until the end.
Leaving who?
Tomago until the end.
Oh, yeah. I will too.
I mean,
I was just pointing out how
I know
you can only farm one at a time. Yeah.
You can only farm one at a time. And I mean, yeah.
So my current goal, get Eric to 4-star, I think it is.
Okay.
Whatever lets me finish the 2nd tower.
Yes, because I can't finish the 2nd tower yet.
Me neither.
Right.
But it's only like 30 tokens or something to the next step.
Yes.
So that's my goal. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to go back to Cobra Bubbles like you are.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just, it's exactly what you said though. It's too many things. And
all in the Grand Campaign. So. Oh well.
But that's basically it. I kind of want to focus on Prince Eric and them because I think that they'll be good, obviously, for the raid.
Right.
And if we are going to get Ursula as reward for it, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's my goal.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah, for joining us. I mean, thank you everyone else for joining Sarah and I. And that ought to do it. Until next time, Jeannie, you're free.